Good morning, everyone. I'm DJ Sean, and welcome to a very late stream. This week, I have been absolutely flat out and haven't been able to do much streaming. So definitely want to try and get some of that out today. So good morning to everyone. If you haven't seen me before or new to the channel, I am a charity streamer, so I do this to raise money for charity. I'm just looking at our goals for this month, and they're looking a bit funky. They're up in the top right-hand corner. So what we are going to do, obviously, at the end of each month, I do a live stream where we do the donation through to charity. Hey Milo, how you going? So what I'm going to do today is do that in the next stream later on today. So I think we're going to be trying to play some Star Trek Bridge Crew with some of my subscribers and maybe a couple of other people later on this afternoon. So I will do the live stream, the live donation then, and get set up for our charity for this month. Before I do go on, this month is quite another really busy month for me. So from Sunday, I'm actually flying out to Los Angeles for a week. Flying back in here on Friday night. So from Sunday night, about 9 o'clock my time, I will be on a 777-300 flying from Australia through to the States for a week. So hopefully I get a bed on the way over, so I'm not stuck upright like that. That would kind of suck, but anyway, it should be a fairly good trip. Alrighty, so one of the things for today is I wanted to get some X-Plane in. One of the things I've done is I've done some slight tweaking this morning to my system. So for those of you who know, my computer runs at about 5.2 gigahertz, so quite overclocked for a 7700K. But one thing I've done is I've brought it back to just 5 gigahertz and turned hyperthreading back on. So hyperthreading was off there, and I was getting a lot of jitters in VR and stuff in X-Plane. So what I have done is I have offloaded my streaming to another computer, saving about 10 or 15% CPU, and I've turned hyperthreading on, but I've brought back the CPU just a little bit. 5.2 with hyperthreading was quite a stretch for a 7700K, which is it's a stretch for any really CPU to have hyperthreading on and overclock that high. So I'm keen to see how it goes in VR. Hopefully my assumptions about what will happen is accurate. Hey Jim, how you going? Did you delete your 7700K? I was thinking about it, but actually elected not to do it in the end. I have a really massive cooler on it, and I've got the actual cooler for my CPU block is probably about it's a bit hard to scale it on camera, but about that big. It's the full size of the front of my case. So my case has a pull and then push sort of airflow through it, so it pulls through the front and pushes out the top and the back. So that continuous sort of air cycle going through. And all the air coming into the case has to go through the CPU cooler first. So my CPU is relatively cool most of the time. Even on X-Plane, where X-Plane likes to smash a lot of my CPU. Oh, I just heard a ding. What was the ding for? I don't know what that was, but it's okay. So what we might do now is I am in the Zibo 737 here in Adelaide, going to fly Adelaide to Melbourne. You're frozen in time. Oh, I am too. Oh, maybe that was what happened. Oh, I am frozen. Maybe that's what. Oh, it did just freeze. That is interesting. Yeah, it was a ding. Ooh. There we go, guys. Hopefully I'm back now. That yeah, one ding and then it was all over there with X-Plane there. I don't know what happened there. Maybe my overclock's maybe not that stable anymore now, given that hyper-threading's on and pushing it a little bit too high, maybe. What do we got here? Let's just have a quick check. We want X-Plane. Yes. Is it going to connect to X-Plane now? Come on. There we go. We're back. Alright. That was interesting. And it is kind of interesting now, sitting here on the deck here in X-Plane. I feel like I'm getting 40 FPS here when I'm normally in the 60s or 70s with hyper-threading off. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't know how this flight's going to go, to be honest. But that's okay. We can give it a crack. I can do a bit of testing, be a bit of a, I guess, a guinea pig for this. And this is a good test, actually, for many people building systems about hyper-threading on, hyper-threading off, and what that does to simulators like X-Plane. And I think we've got, yeah, we do. We've got some dead batteries on one of my controllers here. Did Zibbo get an update on the site? Yes, Rocket, it did. The joys of streaming in VR. That's true, Milo. But it's okay. One of the things that the old Windows mixed reality headsets do like to do is chew battery. I've got 2 packs of batteries right beside me, AA batteries, and as long as you know you've got 2 packs, you can typically get a couple of flights out. But having a quick look, yeah, so this is the new iPad for the Zibbo 737. So you've got PA system, you've got checklists there. The checklist function I like. It's probably another thing that I don't have to bring into the sim maybe. Your settings and all your settings there for everything going on. You've also got, let me just quickly check, grab that. There we go. What else have we got? Oh, Jim, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the 3-month sub, buddy. Your love and support is always greatly appreciated, mate. Thank you so much. And I don't know why it didn't play the sound, though. Oh, I swear VR and sound config just totally stuffs everything up. This version is okay. Well, this version in this is actually 3.29 alpha. 3.29 introduced a new flight model. So that kind of interested me. I'm wondering if we're going to have that sort of rotation get stuck at about 10 degrees nose up and just sort of have to rip it off the deck. So I'm keen to see if that fixes that. Stream is a tad laggy. Yeah, it might be. I don't think I've quite fine-tuned my computer sending all my data to my Surface and then my Surface broadcasting it. But I thought I'd fix that. I'll have to keep tweaking. Thanks for the feedback, though, Milo. So this is 3.29 alpha. So 3.29, you got a new flight model. You got a bunch of other things, but there was some huge breaking, sort of flight breaking bugs. I think I might have posted it on Discord about some of those bugs and recommended not updating just yet. They did release 3.29 alpha just the other day, and they fixed all those bugs and added a couple of more features in. So this is one of them. So I don't know what the start loading and cleaning thing is. That's new. I don't know what start flight leg means. Don't know. Obviously you've got your weight and balance there, which is cool. You don't have to plug it into the FMC. You've got configs that you can load and save, which is kind of cool. And I guess they've got something else for there. So one of the things I should probably do is get into VR and make a total ass of myself. So let's go do that. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it goes okay. But we'll see what happens. This is the first time going into VR after turning hyper-threading on, and bringing back my overclock just a little bit. Here we go, guys. Fingers crossed. Oh, we get an error. So, joystick configuration error. I understand. Can we... Oh, that still let us in though. Let's using the Zibo 2K or 4K textures. Yes. Maybe the, I don't know if I've updated it to the 2K. I'll have to have a look. Got a joystick error there, so hopefully my controllers are working. Yeah, I can see them there. Let's yeah, the tiller's working. Yeah, all right, we might be okay. Let me just jump into VR, guys. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Where's my other controller? There it is. And of course I've got them around the wrong way. Ooh. Alrighty, let's get ourselves organised here. Do my buttons work? Yes, awesome. There we go. Okay, well we're in. I better bring some stuff in so I can see you guys talking. Still looks good, still, don't know if the performance is any better. Advanced plugins. One thing I did do was better pushback actually before now. So what do I want? I want Move VR. Okay, well, you can just go over that for a second. What do we want? We want the Twitch chat. Move to VR. There we go. What have we got here? Be right back, gotta put the little ones to bed. No worries, Hillbilly. Chuck the chat up there. Beautiful. We need some Navigraph charts. Chuck you there, and I'm gonna need a freight plan. Adelaide to Melbourne will make you move. We're gonna scroll the wheel down there and also move into VR. Yeah, that's maybe that's minimized. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Where are we? There. It's better. When you've got stuff minimized and you try and bring it into with Move VR, it doesn't like it. It just gives you a white bar as you just saw before. Zoom you in a little bit. There we go. Chuck the plan there where the FO should be or would be. Alright, what we might do is, there's definitely all those buttons are gone there. So let's just chuck myself a little bit further forward. Enter IRS position, FMC position. Where are we? We are in YPAD. Reference airport, South 34, 56.7, 138 East 31, 38, 32, yeah, that's going to be about that. In you go, boom. Adelaide to YMML. We're going to be, we better jump onto Squawk Box and connect. WebOz 212. Connect, and I better do the better pushback now really quick. There we go. And enter. Oh, somehow we've moved back here. Can you put me back? No, I'm just going to sit behind the seat, am I? Oh, there we go. Okay, we want to do the loading. So, how well does this work in VR? That one. So, what's our payload? We'll go up to the summary here and just be a little bit cheating here. So we've only got 43 packs on board. Yeah, we got a payload of 19.5. Wow. Okay, let's work that one out. 19.5. Enter. So 0 fuel weight. 61.7. So we need 0.8, so that's 20.3, I guess, if my maths is any decent. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Clear. To 0.3. What's going on here? 2, 0.3. Enter. 61.7. I had a payload of 6.3 last night. A payload of 6.3? Why have I got a payload of 43 packs and I've got 20 ton of payload? So we must have a shitload of freight. That's what it'll be. We have a crap ton of freight. And the fuel's going to be fluff all because we're not going very fast. 5.4. 5.4. Enter. Takeoff weight 67.1. Takeoff weight 66.9. 67.1 or +2 on that. That's okay. We might pull that back just a smidge. So we'll go 20.1. 20.1. Enter. Wow, I love the iPad. Yeah, the iPad it doesn't go too bad in VR. So start loading and cleaning. Start flight leg. Let's just press that one, eh? Don't know what's meant to happen with that. Question is, how do I move this? Ooh. Ooh. It's oh no. Oh no, where did it go? Oh, no, come back to me. It's gone. Ugh, I don't like that. That kind of looks... Anyway, yeah, right, okay. Well, I don't know where the iPad's gone. Oh yeah. Ah, my VR's stuffing up. Hang on, I get it. I got this.
Guys, the wheel's on board.
It's right there. Is that it? No. Hi everyone. Is it here? Let me back in. Nah, the iPad has gone. The iPad has left us. Oh well. I don't like that iPad anyway. So this is what goes on in the cockpit when passengers are finding their seats. Has anyone seen my iPad? Well, lucky we did the loading first. Fully fueled. Deb sounds like I think we got Deb this morning.
We cannot leave the gate until turn items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
It definitely sounds like we got Deb on board today. We're going off 05. We're going from Adelaide to Melbourne 1. Activate, execute. Departure, we want the... What did I want? We're going to Bendo, aren't we? Yeah, Bendo. Departures 05. Bendo 2. Execute. That's what we want. Ooh! Oh, maybe it's not. Why is that looking different? So 05, it's a right-hand turn to Rogers. Left. What runway am I talking about using? So 05, we're blasting off here. It's going to be a right-hand turn we should be looking for, which is there from Noble, and it's right-hand turn. So that's not right. That's oh yes, because I selected the wrong one. Oops. Execute. That's better. Always. That's why you always check, guys. You always do your check. That's looking better. 1700 feet or above. 1700 feet above. We turn right to Rogers, and then it's to Bendo. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. Okay. There you go. If that was not a lesson for checking your departure, I don't know what it was. What was? Do we have any ATC online? Because I don't want to cock that up again. Show who's online. There is no one online. Alright. So looking here, that takes us to Bendo and then on to Arby. Our departure. Go through the plan here. Looks good. SR4. Ah, go away menu. God damn you. Alrighty, this is what we want. So we've lost 2 over Adelaide, 61.7. D1.7 on the 0 fuel. 61.5? 61. We'll go 61.7. There we go, reserves. We did that on the wrong. What was that? What's the estimate time this morning? Like the time for the flight, Hillbilly? 61.7. We got a cost index of 20. We go up to 370. We're not going to be up at 37,000 feet long on this flight. It is a rather short sector. The cruise wind up there is 284 at 83. Oops. Back here, 284 at 83. The top of climb outside air temperature is a nice crisp negative 52. And one. We'll do a /12 here. And with the new flight model, I won't take any chances here, just in case we have some issues with acceleration. So we're not going to do a D-rate. Yes, sir. So the flight time's pretty low, pretty small actually, because it's only 389 miles. So it's not. I'm fucking great at turning that menu on. I know that. So looking up here a little. Fuck off. We'll go up here and press this. Oh, it's going to change us. So we're only really looking at about 58 minutes in the air. It's not going to be long at all. Yeah, it's an hour and 20-ish gate to gate, so it's not long at all. We won't do a D rate, as we said. Flaps 5. 149. Okay, so it calls for 042. 042. Flight director side. Flight director my side. 049. 149 on you. 049 on you. On VNav, we'll go up to 5,000 down here. You. Alright, cool. I will be back before the stream, and my wife wants to watch a show together, so I'll be lurking. Oh, no worries, buddy. That's alright. No problems. Now you. 122. I wish there was an option to make this not go down in increments of 5. 1228. Go.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb now. Climb now. Climb, crossing, climb. Climb, crossing, climb. Climb. Clear of conflict. Descend, crossing, descend, crossing, descend now. Descend now. Increase climb, increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
here? Show up on the chart there, are we? There we go, beautiful. Okay, so it's going to be a pushback, nose left, tail right. Let's go and get the better pushback guys to get here. Plugins, better pushback. For some reason my better pushback sound has stopped again. For some reason, I don't know why. I get one good pushback and then no more sound after for the rest of them. I don't know why that is. Don't need you anymore. Oh! There it is. Oh no. There goes my green screen. One sec guys, let me sort that out real quick. I'm only getting 30 FPS there in good old X-Plane at the moment. I've got my little FPS counter running. Just gonna double check that. Yeah, it's got it. Make you high. See what happens. Alright, let's go. Well, we found the iPad, which is good. My Odyssey arrived yesterday. Managed to fire it up and get DCS loaded in VR. Then I got late and I had to go to sleep. Any ideas how to fix the double view in DCS? I don't. I don't know. What do you mean by double view? Sorry, buddy. Oh. Okay, we're back here. There we go, we're back there. Alrighty, so we're good to go, so we'll start the timer. Oh, that's right, so that's the button that doesn't work. That one, anti-collision light on, everything's on, brakes are off. See you later, guys. The gate's moving. Thanks very much, see you later. Are you guys pushing the wheel back there? Over there, they trying to push it back or something? That's an old 400, or that even looks like an old 200. It's almost like I'm seeing an offset of the image and it makes it feel really blurry. Underneath your display, underneath the headset will be a little roller scroll wheel which will adjust the IDP or IPD of the display. You might have to play with that. Probably. Bye, have a great time. It worked, Larrikin. Hey, buddy, how are you? Alrighty, let's get this thing fired up. I am noticing my VR experience is smoother. I think I'm a little bit low on the FPS, but I feel like I'm definitely not getting the pauses I was getting before. You have the IPD set? Oh! No, don't set what is it? IPD in in DCS. It's an option. Untick that box. Just use the adjustment on your headset. Don't use that adjustment in DCS. Whoop. That's going to be almost a hot start there. Yeah, the Cliff House, yeah, so it's DCS, yeah, so there's an option in the VR settings on DCS 8, and it's about IPD, and it'll give you a little number in there that you can manually adjust. Untick that box in DCS. Start to cut out. It's unchecked. Really? And you've got double vision? What happens if you check it? What happens to the display? I thought I was about to sneeze then. Nope. Perhaps a graphics driver issue. Yeah, it could be, Jim. Yeah. The only double vision thing I know about is when I'm in DCS and I have that IPD button ticked, I can see my vision double up. So I untick it and I just use my IPD adjustment on my headset, which is a little roll ball on the bottom of it. It's only DCS that gives me the double ghosted vision. It has to be a setting in DCS, and I would suggest clearing. That's really odd. I don't think I've ever had that problem before. Oh no! Shit! I just realised something. My trigger didn't, even though it works there, it doesn't let me grab. That's going to be a problem because that's for a fly like that. I might have to go over to that. Oh, I can't grab on that one. So I get the arrow, but it won't let me grab anything. It won't let me push buttons. Let me just go to flight config real quick, guys. Settings, let me just see if I can joystick. Let me just see if we can do this. Yeah, it only sees this control. I wonder if I turn you off and turn you back on. Okay. Turn you back on. Hey, there we go, got it. Whew! that check. He's okay, we're clear. APU off. Taxi light on. Let's go. Have we got chocks on? I think chocks were a thing in this. Oh no. We've still got the guy on. That's alright. I still use the 388/59 drive. It's still the best for VR. I think I updated Milo to something a little bit more recent. I don't think I've got any problems here. So where are we going after this? We're taxiing down onto Alpha, around to the right. So down here and around to the right, crossing 1230, and we'll blast off on F5. Oh my god, there's a setting to show passengers. What's that? Oh yeah, there is too. No way.
One more time, no more texting, talking.
Hey guys.
Has to be in airplane mode or powered off at this time, please.
Alright, now we can go. Yep, give me the thumbs up. Thanks, mate. See you later. Let's get the frick out of here. What I wouldn't mind though is pilots, and Smart Co-Pilot follows your arms with your controls here, so you can see where people are clicking things and where their arms and stuff are. That would be cool. The best reference I can find in the ED forum says the double vision is a problem with the frame rate drops below 45. Oh, there you go. You might be running too high. I know that I've got to cut back quite a bit, and I've got a fairly meaty system, and even I have to cut back the performance a bit here. I can hear my dogs barking. Oh, they're barking out. Well, I'm definitely not getting the jitters that I did. Jitters. I can't believe I just used that word. Damn Kurt. Damn you. I'm definitely not getting the stutters or the random stutters I was in VR back when I didn't have hyper-threading on. Don't think I'm getting the frames though that I was getting in just single-threaded performance mode. Yeah, those jitters will get you. They did some great taxiway painting there, guys. Adelaide looks pretty well done, doesn't it? I'm pretty happy with the VR scenery. With X-Plane scenery. Hey, it's definitely gives you something, And when I first loaded this up, it's like I woke up really early this morning, at about 6:30 this morning, and when I, which would have been 6 a.m. Adelaide time, which is where we are. When I loaded up the sim, it was just a little bit of dusk still, so the airport lights were still on. It was really, really nice. Those jitters. Can't believe I said that. Still too hard to do a curved line in these games, isn't it? And we're turning right here. No, next to right, not this one. Oh, sorry, left. Not that left. Your other left. There's Malaysian over there, cargo Malaysian aircraft. We'll chuck you onto strobes. Clear right. Clear left. Fire station there, nice and central to the airport operation. And down there we go. So new flight model, hey? This is what 3.29A brings us, which will need to be tuned, so I expect this to be pretty rough, but I'm very interested to see how it goes. One of the things I haven't done, guys, is I haven't done some stress testing of my PC post hyperthreading coming on and the overclock coming back 200 megahertz to 5 gig. So hopefully we don't have a crash or a lock up, but we'll see. It's not going to be full. Grab terrain my side. Cabin's okay, so before takeoff checklist is 5, flaps 5 green light, and stabilizer trim is 5 units set. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Let's get you on there. Nothing coming down finals. Flick you up. Clear right. Clear left. Oof, a little bit overcooked that. Alright, let's go. Looking good. Thrust set. 97.5. Come on, get up there. Any nuts? Wouldn't mind a bit of vibration through here as we're rolling on the ground. That'd be cool.
V1.
Rotate. Oh, and we're off. Yeah, gear up. Wow, that was that definitely came up easier. Oh, what's the speed there? That definitely came up way easier, Kurt. What's that climb at? Ugh, ZL16. Ugh, or 14, isn't it? Is our acceleration height? No, we're not turning yet. Okay, yeah, 1700 feet, sure no. Some bit of more, a bit less flap there. Flaps up, gear off, brakes off. Is it turn yet? No. Turn. Just chuck it up there for now. Oh my god, flight saber again. Marla, you don't like it when I do that, do you? She's rocketing up. Alright, Command A. Bit of a look here. We want to go 370. Ooh. 370 set. Light off. We'll go into weather now. Young people today taking the easy way out. No, it's working smarter, not harder, buddy. See you later, Adelaide. Terminate flight leg. I don't know what that does. Maybe with passengers turned on, you see passengers moving in and out. Take off. Checklist. How do I get to the next page? Oh, that one, there we go. Take off, cruise and climb. Before entering runway, no. Cruise and climb. We'll release the cabin up. Did you see the Yak 52 in DCS? Yeah, Jim, I did. That's a dual seat Russian trainer, isn't it? Wow. What's the other seat do though, Jim? If it's, you know, does it, I don't know, is it just literally along for the ride? We are rocketing up. There's transition. Standard set, standard set, standard set. Verified. Mod route for arrival. Since when is that? Back there you go. Revelations, hey buddy. Joy flights in the Yak and DCS now. I think it's just redundant controls in each seat. Oh, okay, fair enough. Kind of feel like that would be cool to do multi-crew. I just don't feel like there's, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there's much point. And I say that because, well, what else can the other person do? They're just going to sit there and get sick in VR. Jeez, it's dry out there. You didn't think South Australia was that dry? I'm definitely getting smoother performance in X-Plane in VR with hyper-threading turned on. Without a shadow of a doubt. Oops, wrong button. Alright, we'll let the plebs up now. Indeed, that's why the Tomcat will be so good. The return on investment will actually have something to do. Yeah, ROI, return, no, that's not return on investment. It's ROI. The RIO will actually have something to do. Yes, absolutely right. I don't know what that is. Right instrument officer? Rear instrument officer? I don't know. I felt like that was pretty good. That was a pretty good crack at that though. Rear instrument officer. That's not right though, is it? Radar intercept officer. Damn it, I was close. I was close. This baby, come on, build up. 85 knots. Let's push us along. Ooh, got a bit of a judder there. A bit of a jitter now. Uh-oh. That'll be the weather. That'll be X-Plane weather updating every 15 minutes. I kind of feel like announcements are redundant. It's like, just do the announcement yourself. Oh yeah, turn you off. Off. Pressurizing, packs are on, bleeds are on. Everything looking good. So good. What do we got here? So if we drag you just around to here, go back here. There we go, so that gives you a bit of an idea of our route today. Across South Australia into Victoria and into Melbourne. Should have charts for Melbourne already up, which I do. What we might do is get some aid for this. The latest weather out of Melbourne. YMML send. I have found if I get some stutters, logging out of the VR program and back in helps. Yeah, and the your little trick about the settings menu or something, wasn't it? Jetstream Aviation, hey buddy, I haven't seen you in ages. How you going? I think that's where my camera is. How are you? There we go. We've got our radius in for Melbourne. Okay, so Melbourne 0 on the 3rd, 22:30 Zulu, so 6 minutes ago. Wind is 350 at 7, good visibility, few at 1200, temperature 9, 2.5, QNH 1011. From 23:30, which is now, we're going to have some gusting winds. It's going to be cab okay from 22:30, moderate turbulence below 5,000 feet. Okay, 1011. 1011. And expect a few bumps. So we're definitely runway 34 for us. Jetstream, maybe. Maybe. Definitely, if more people want to come along and stuff like that, if I can get a bit of a group of us going, it's kind of cool. I kind of feel like shooting maybe another quick one, maybe into Canberra or down to Launceston, down to Tassie. Actually, let's have a look. Let's actually see if we can make that decision now. Hey, let's go YMLT for Lonnie. Send. You'll be up for something? No worries, buddy. No worries. Let me see what we can do here. I probably should have some breakfast when we land, so I might take a quick half-hour break though, and just get some breakfast, get some food, feed the dogs. But definitely keen for another one. There we go. Is that going to be Lonnie? Yeah, Lonnie. What is it? 330 at 10 knots. Good visibility. Yeah. Nothing evil about Launceston. What's Canberra? SCB. Send. Yeah, Jetstream, I definitely are flying the Zibo 737. This is version 3.29 alpha. So you get the iPad here with a couple of other funky things. Yeah, Jetstream, it's got the iPad now. So in the iPad you can do like PAs, not that I would use that, but all your settings are now no longer in this guy. They're all up in here. And you can turn passengers on and off now. All your weight and balance is there as well. And there is a new flight model. I just got 3.29B. Oh wow, okay, what's the changes in B, Milo? Can you copy and paste them? Whoop, here comes the weather change. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, I think Zibo, sorry, not Zibo, Milo, if you could do that, buddy, or at least at the forum, you've got my permission to post a link. The fixed fuel systems, fixed textures, corrected systems. Oh, okay. Everything seems to be working alright at the moment. Might have to get that as well. One of the things, Jetstream, that they did do was the introduction of a new flight model. And I noticed it straight away on takeoff. The aircraft definitely wants to rotate and pull off the deck easier now than it did before. I don't know if you noticed, but you kind of rotated and it kind of held it in its position at about 10 degrees nose up, and then you kind of really had to rip it off the deck. That is gone. I actually have noticed the aircraft starting to almost rotate on its own there when we got past about 130 knots, and that aligns with the real aircraft where the pilots apply a little bit of forward pressure upon takeoff to keep that nose wheel down. So quite impressed with that. We'll see how it goes on landing. That'll be another thing. Yeah, Ortho is ZL, what is it, 14 Milo? I think that pack we downloaded definitely looks good from up here. It looks horrible down low. The cloud out there to the right. One of the things I might do real quick is start getting set up for the arrival, because we're not going to be in cruise very long here. There we go. So what have we got here? So we're going to do the RB1 hour for arrival. So come down here. We want to be Tunker at about 9,000, and then we go to Belter. From Belter, we're going to be going around runway 34, which is coming off to the right, and coming down here. Gosco, you want to be at 230 knots, and the gear coming out around here. Flaps 1, flaps 5, flaps 10 are all in this little section here. And then, you know, flaps 15 in the turn. We've got your gear down now, and then we start further configuring the aircraft. We want to be fully configured definitely by the time we see Essendon going out that window to our right. Yeah, you can use your current your old F mod, I think, Jetster. My F mod the F mod I got was back when I had 3.28 or 3.27. So if you've got an much older one than that, maybe it might be a good idea to update. From Actel, and then Actel, we'll just do a visual. I think we've got clouds at 1,200 feet, so we might have to have a bit of a check here and approaches. Just check 3-4 RNAV. Just check the RNAV real quick here. Actel, toner, lava. No, what's that one? What approach is that one? That's the VOR. Actel, yeah, for the RNAV approach. So we'll do that. We'll jump on the RNAV approach for the RNAV Zulu for 3-4. We'll follow that down, but if we're visual, I'll just hand fly the aircraft. So let's do that now. Let's get that in the box now. So menu, departures and arrivals. Arrivals Melbourne. The RNAV Zulu for runway 34 on the RB1 Alpha arrival. Execute using reserve fuel. No, you're not. Alrighty, so let's chuck you into plan mode. We'll zoom in a little bit and step through. Well, we're going to have to zoom you in way more. Whoop. That's the one I wanted. That's the one I've chosen now. Alright, so step it through. So there is Tunker at or below 9,000. Then we start our right turn heading down the left-hand side of the field. And then we come in for the approach. That all looks really good. We've got our 230, 3,000 feet or above, 185 position. We're going to make that a hard altitude there. And we've got a 230 knots at Gusco. And then we've got our 9,000 or below there at Tunker. So that's all in. Landing with 2.2. Just 200 kilos over our reserve. So that's fine. One of the things I will do now is, cloud looks nice, like the real aircraft, when you have a decent enough tailwind, anything over about 30 knots, the aircraft has a bit of trouble on a VNAV descent of 3 degrees. It has trouble staying on the VNAV, but it also has trouble maintaining its speed, so you end up riding the boards down obviously quite a bit. You're obviously getting pushed further along the ground than the vertical profile has corrected for, so putting the winds in is really important to have a correct VNAV path over the ground. So let's go do that now. Not so as important for a headwind, but with a tailwind it's definitely something you want to do to help yourself out. There we go, so get the plan up there. There we go. What have we got here? I think I've gone past them. Tanks, descent, there we go. Tanks and our descent. So we'll chuck in those winds there. Descent forecast 110. Execute, so we'll do 290 first. The wind of 290 is 280 at 62. 280 at 62. Not sure about this iPad yet. Yeah? What do you reckon, mate? What do you like about it? 220 is 283 at what? At 43. And then we'll go 140, 284 at 32. There we go. Wind's now in. Looking good. What we got on that checklist? Where is that checklist? It'd be nice if you could edit this checklist. Captain pre-flight before, engine start taxi before taxi. Cruise and climb. So mod arrival, RMP for arrival, verify. Back, descent checklist. Yeah, it looks fairly close. What was our minimums there? 690. Did they actually fix that? They did. Zibbo put it in for me. Thank you, Zibbo. I had requested that in VR they give me the same functionality that you do on this pressurization knob, where if you twist it, but you twist and hold, it'll plus it up, so I don't have to keep braking my wrist here. And they did it. Thank you, Zibbo. If you're ever watching this, thank you. I mean, it means a lot. I mean, it's in the right spot, but I don't like its position. What? That doesn't make sense. What did we want? We want 690. Oh. No, not reset. Fuck it. Oh, fuck you, you hit reset.
1,000 to go.
1,000 level. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can edit this and remove that. $690. Yeah, don't touch it. Okay, almost at flight level 370. Geez, that terrain looks good. I don't know how it looks for you guys, but in VR there it does look pretty nice. There's 37,000 feet. Leveling off. What's that PA sound like?
Two, 3, 4, United, 1. United, Southwest, South, American Airlines, Delta 1, 1.
Flight up here having enjoyed the flight and the service. Once again, welcome aboard.
You're right. Some pretty big areas of water just there. would you believe it? I mean, I've been hanging out for weather, bad weather, to fly this Zip 073 and have, you know, get to use the wipers and experience rain and all that sort of stuff, and there's been fucking no rain anywhere. I keep going back to streaming in 1080 60p, but thinking I should do 720, real world problems. Is my stream coming through okay, Milo? Are you still getting stutters? Jetstream AFM, this is Ortho 4XP. This is the ZL14 for the country, but I've updated it to ZL17 around major airports that I fly to. So this is ZL14 or Zoom level 14 for Ortho 4XP. Sometimes I shouldn't get any lag. Sometimes I shouldn't get any lag. I've got 100-bit fiber, yeah, but that's 100-bit down, Milo. It's not 100-bit up. You've only got 40 up or 50 up, whatever it is, and you're only be able to upload at about 4 megasecond max. At 720, I'm uploading between 2 and 3.5 megabit a second, so megabytes a second. So you want to make sure that you don't go much above that, otherwise your upload won't be able to cope with it. And I don't think Twitch do a particularly good job. Yeah, with it as well. We'll get some lag there. The definite spikes every maybe 10 or 15 minutes, it has to be the weather, because that's the weather update every 15 minutes, and the spikes aren't anywhere near as bad as what they were back without hyperthreading. Oh, you're talking about my stream lag. Sometimes I shouldn't get any lag. Oh, okay. I don't think Jim was having a problem with the other guys, Milo, I'm not sure. But what I'm definitely doing on my stream is I'm recording it well. I'm sending it on my PC at 1080p to my Surface. My Surface then transcodes it into 720 to stream. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe I should try 1080 and just see if that does anything. Jetstream, you're part of our Discord there, buddy, I think. You should be able to we can guide you through on Discord, mate, on how to get to Ortho going. It's relatively straightforward once you understand the principles. It's nothing too difficult. The app's not too intuitive, so that I know where you're coming from when you talk about the app, and it can be a bit difficult. No, it's counting down our current fuel. Yeah, okay. Uh, 2.3 now. Come on, Sim. Come on. It's okay. Can I explain? Index performance. What are we? 61.7. 62, 63.9. 63.9 we'll land with. 63.9. 140 on the VRAF. Auto brakes 2. 450 set. So what we'll do is we'll do a bit of a approach briefing now for everyone. Okay, so we're going to be on the RB1 Alpha arrival. It's chart 20-2 Alpha, effective on the 15th of June 18. So overhead RB, we are RB, and then it's to Tunker at or below 9,000, which we have set. From Tunker, it's to Beltar, which we've got set. Then it's on to Ovna and Arena, then Gosco. Gosco, we have Edel at 230 knots. We've got 230 knots set from there. Then it's over to Lava, left to Obgirl. From there, it's on to Arkdell, and from Arkdell we jump on the Arnav Zulu arrival, which is chart 20-4, effective 29th of December 17. From Arkdell, it's heading course 340. God, what, if you're going to do the briefing, get the aircraft set up first, Sean. 340. And then we got 3,000 feet or above. We look down here, which we will be from MMLSF. It wants us at 1650, which we've got, and 10 the Barrows. Should we cock it all up? Its missed approach is just track straight ahead to MMLSH, and then 340 climb to 4,000, all directed by ATC. We've got a minute, so off the left-hand side here, we've got 4,500 feet up north of the airfield. Then we've got a lower slope of 3,700 below once we get past it. If we do get down, it'll be landing into runway 34. Zoom you out a little bit. Runway 34, we'll jump off on the high speed on Foxtrot and then back to the bay. If we miss it, we'll jump on Echo. If we miss that again, we'll jump off on 27. If we miss that again, we'll drop off on Charlie. If we miss that again, we'll drop off on Bravo. If we miss that, well then we've got other problems, and then straight into the bay. Auto brakes 2 landing. The weather's good for our arrival. There's not much terrain around Melbourne Airport. The elevation 450 feet, which we have set. We might as well set 1141 on this to give us another navigation aid to assist us. What the hell's going on here? 1141. Set you up there. We'll chuck you up there. Alrighty, that's about it. Any questions? Yeah, it's weird, but to be honest, I've only had your lag spike since you have used a streaming PC. Yeah, right. Okay. Some good feedback, Milo. I'll definitely have a look at that. I'll have to see what I've done. Maybe I've got some issues there. When you said simple or advanced, where did you get that from? Where's that option? Is that something in the options here? Set up features. Is there a checklist setting? What's calibration do? Aircraft config, okay. Aircraft config. Oh yeah, simple and detailed. What's the detail look like? Let's have a look at that one. Checklist. And that's much the same. Landing. Can't really notice a difference. Approach. Oh, that's got more in it. There's the weather update. Go weather. Thank you. Aircraft. We'll just go back to simple and just see if there's a difference there. Checklist. Approach. Maybe there's a little bit more in that. Where are we? Getting close to the top of descent. Just double check we've got no ATC online. No ATC online still. Just very when I can't pull like a squawk box or something in here to see it, I'm a little bit very cautious of that. Oh, there was a beep just there. That was something actually. Let's just double check what that was. Squawk box. Show who's online, but I also want to. Is there a text box? No. Show weather update voice frame. Same flight plan. Maybe it's already there. I'm not sure. Yeah. We'll go down to. Let's go down to 21 for now. So, descent checklist, letting us choose a set, system enunciation recalls checked, BREF is done, navigation radio is done, and auto brake done, and approach briefing is completed. Hey Matt, it does, and it's only getting better with each update, but, oh wow. We don't want to grab that handle. Matt, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the channel. Don't grab that handle. It does in prepared version 4. The only difference is it's probably not as intuitive and been as well executed as I think as X-Plane have done it. I think they've done a far better job, especially in a complex aircraft like this. I think they've done a fantastic job of implementing VR. I fly this aircraft without a HOTAS, so I use these guys to control and fly, so I think they've done a really good job. What have we got here? ML/1. 100. There we go, this is close to our top of descent, /50. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't use a joystick at all, I just hand fly the X-Plane. I use a joystick for prepared 3D. I use my Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. But for X-Plane, I just hand fly with the controllers with these guys. Been awfully dry out there in South Australia. I think we'll be close to Victoria now if we're not having crossed the border already. These satellite photos were definitely taken in summer. Yeah, mate, absolutely. I think everyone that uses HOTASs should really give controllers a good go. You will see them more immersive, just need to get past the initial experience. Yeah, Milo's absolutely right. The biggest part of that initial experience is no feedback. It's very light. But I think your hands are, like everyone knows, your hands are quite able to do very finesse, very small movements. And the controllers pick it up really nicely, so you can really nicely fly the aircraft. Oh, Matt, you can always, the headset's definitely immersive. I think the next generation of headsets will be far better. Yeah, you really do feel like you're in a 737. It's hard to explain. If you've never experienced it, it's hard for me to tell you what it's like. And there's top of descent. Is it going to give us the drag required warning like the old flight model? Yep, that's acknowledged. That bug is still there. SATAC Yerk, yeah, I used to have a SATAC X56 or X55 joystick. Because I used to use a lot of like combat sims and stuff like that, so a joystick was probably a better all-rounder for me. But I went to the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog and I can't believe how good it is. It leaves everything for dead. But now in X-Plane, I don't even use it. So yeah, should ACARS ATIS YML send. Get the latest weather for Melbourne here. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, aircraft? Why are we level enough for? You gonna nosedive me now when you get back on speed? We might give you a little bit of, give you some boards here. Ooh. Yep, no weather update, there we go, get some boards out. We're getting a little bit high on profile, so we'll go full boards. So that tailwind of 64 knots is really stuffing with us. Okay, just going to keep an eye on that. You on VATSIM? Yeah, firm buddy, I am. I mainly fly the 737-800 and I use the SATAC Yerk throttle and rudder pedals, but only thing I want is the VR headset. Yeah, mate, well, absolutely. I think this is the Zibo 737 for X-Plane, and this by far does everything that you would want it to do compared to this PMDG one, so I don't think you'll have any concern there if you wanted to switch into X-Plane to get a better VR experience. But I mean, the VR experience in Prepared is pretty good. Okay, there's our weather. Okay, do a quick announcement. Last time I pressed this button, my sim crashed, so I might not do that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, your captain speaking. As you notice, we have started our descent into Melbourne, and we'll have you on the deck a little bit past half past the hour. The weather for our arrival isn't looking too bad. It is rather cool in Melbourne with a temperature of just 9 degrees. Bit of a strong northerly wind there.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Sorry about that, a bit of a strong northerly wind there. We do anticipate a few bumps when we get into the lower levels, so if you are planning to use the lavatory, now would be the time to do so. Well, that's about all from us here on the flight deck. We do appreciate that you have a choice of airline when flying from Adelaide through to Melbourne, and we thank you for choosing Virgin Australia. Thank you and good morning. Of course, I get a TCAS warning right when I do my announcement. So he's on climb out of Melbourne for Adelaide by the looks of it. Oh, I got a TCAS warning there. So we're still 440 feet above profile on our descent path, so we've got the boards out to maintain 280 knots and use the pitch to adjust our descent rate. Where is the traffic at? Anyone see him? I don't see him. It's probably a bit low for us anyway, 6,000 feet below. This is going to be a spec. Roseband Simulations posted a picture of their Falklands map work in progress. Oh, did they, Jim? What's it look like? Much easier looking around than using your thumb. Yeah, it is. What is the headset called, or the VR? The headset I've got, and I've tried a lot of them, is the Samsung HMD Odyssey. It's a Windows mixed reality headset, and it's got the highest res of all the Windows mixed reality headsets. The Vive Pro has the same resolution as this guy, so that could be another contender if you wanted to go down that path. Okay, coming back on profile now, so we're just going to start easing off the boards here.
1,000 to go.
Oh, we want to get you down a bit further as well. Keep going. Go down to 12. We'll turn the seatbelt signs on now. So I jumped in my DeLorean and made it back to the rest of the stream. No worries, Rocket. Welcome back, buddy. We're just on descent into Melbourne now, so we're through 20,000 feet. Coming off the boards there. We've done our approach briefing. Into Melbourne we come. We just had another aircraft come past us about 6,000 feet below us, and gave us a TCAS warning for some reason. I can see, I think this is where I've done my ZL14, my zoom level 14 ortho to zoom level 17. I think we're about to cross over into the 17. Yeah, well, we're going to do that a little bit later. We'll have a bit of a break. So, yeah, if we're going to do that stream, maybe I should take a break now, because if we're going to jump on that, we've got to wait for Sharman and a couple of the other guys. I think Daz definitely wants to be a part of it, so I need to make sure Daz is there. Jump back in the boards again. Tailwind is always a bit of a struggle with an aircraft like this on this vertical descent path. Going down now to 8,000. Just do another quick check. We've got no ATC online. No. I got the world's noisiest eater behind me, but that's okay. Rocket, yeah, I've done it a few times, and this is just going to be hit the ground running and work. So hopefully I can get down to Manhattan Beach. Hopefully I can get out and see a little bit of LA this trip, but we're only there for 3 days, so it's kind of hit the ground running, really. Pretty hot in LA at the moment. You got obviously a few fires around the place as well, which isn't good. Come off the boards there. Ooh, weather change. $37 here today. Oh wow. Is it possible to only get the headset? No, the controllers come with it, Matt. Okay, so what I want to do is just double check our weather here for Melbourne. What we have the QNH 1011, 1011 we've got set. We might jump onto terrain here. Get a couple of jitters now. Oh, that was a big one. Sim seems to have trouble getting close to the ground after you take off there. Wow, that was a really big jitter there. Okay, there's our deceleration for the speed restriction of 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Jitter. Yeah, mate, getting the command case of the jitters, as my FO Kurt would say. Never really liked this view. I've been trying to like it, but I much prefer that view. Nice and clean. That's our... oh, I can't reach it. Milo's not going to be happy with me. What was it? 1012 sets on. We got traffic there coming out of Melbourne. $10,000 feet. Jitterbug, great song. Jitterbug. Jitterbug. See the traffic just here. Guys just there. Now we'll continue the descent down 6,000. Jetstream Aviation, if you are there, buddy, what I might do is I did forget about our Star Trek Bridge Crew stream coming up later on this afternoon. So what I might do is take a little break here and just be with the family and stuff and the doggies for a little bit, because I am going to be away next week from Sunday for a week, and then we'll be back on with some bridge crew later on in a few hours. So I might not do the next flight, the next sector, unfortunately. I know, sorry buddy, I know we spoke about it and you're probably getting set up for it, but it's probably a good idea that I be somewhat available to my family. 9,000 or below, we're going to cross that and be at 9,000 or below. Get the sun through some clouds there. Thanks for understanding, buddy. Are you seeing some, not flickering, but some light? Like got some cloud behind us and we're going through the cloud just there for a little bit, like a little bit of flicker on the light. There's a cloud, there's a bit of haze there, and the sun's kind of caught in it a little bit. Oh my god, there's a cabin. Yeah, buddy, there is. Absolutely. I'm getting trashed with 104 knot headwind right now. Kurt, where are you, buddy? Where are you flying from? Did you just fly Adelaide? Was that you flying from Melbourne to Adelaide then? That gave me the TCAS warning 6,000 feet away? Oh, itchy face. Ah, sunny coast of Melbourne, no dramas. That wasn't you then. So Melbourne directly ahead of us. Can see the bay there. Okay, so now we turn right and go down the, I guess for a downwind runway 34. Zoom you in one more time. Loves that. Okay. Jeez, must have rained in this area just here, and then Melbourne's looking pretty dry at the moment. That's one thing I should probably do is next time I do this sort of stuff is check the scenery or what source I'm using to see what kind of what time of the year that they've done the satellite imagery for, because it must have been in a bloody hot summer. Just check it. No one else. No controllers have come online. No controllers online. 1,000 to go. We'll put the descent, the altitude down to 4,000. Set. Here we are, tracking on the chart just here, which is nice. Jeez, this was definitely summer. These photos were definitely taken, this ortho was definitely taken in summer. See the airport's just there. Alrighty, how are we looking here? Oh, looking pretty good. Yeah, Milo, I've got my partners behind the green screen making a whole racket eating. So I do apologise about that. This room is many things for us. It's a kitchen table, it's an office, it's a lounge room, it's everything. Not that it's meant to be, but you know, it's okay. There's the city of Melbourne over there, through the clouds. I could just say, Milo, it's my FO eating his lunch or breakfast before we land. But there's no FO there. We've actually got a pretty big place actually at the moment, but we've got a few extra visitors at the moment, so we're giving them a bit of space, so we kind of live in the office at the moment, which is something I'm looking forward to changing. Yeah, prices. No, I knew what you meant. So there's 5,000.
1,000 to go.
Down to 3. Speed intervene. Give me that. Thank you. We'll go flaps. Up speed, please. Okay, out over the western suburbs we go of Melbourne. Drag required. We'll give ourselves a stager flap instead. Okay, we cleared for the approach checklist. Altimeter's 1011 set. I used to live in Melbourne, just up here, just over that way. Used to have the aircraft fly on this approach, would fly off to my right. A lot of our industry out this way, and Geelong just down here.
Thousand to go.
1,000 to go. Flaps 5. Is it doing arcs now? Yeah, I believe it is, mate. I had no problems with arcs just before. Gear down. Ooh, hit my desk. Thanks, Milo. I just hit my desk with my controller. City of Melbourne there. Westgate Bridge just ahead of us. I move a long way away from my desk actually. I turn somewhere. Yeah, I can't move too far, otherwise I bash into the other desk. Yeah, I've got a few bumps here. A few. Flaps 30. That was a big gust. Yeah. Alrighty, I think I should take over. I have control. I have control. There's Melbourne. Down we go. Flaps 40. So 145 on you.
And his name is John C.
Abha, welcome to the channel and thank you so much for the follow. Welcome.
2,500.
My director's off. Okay, so we've got the airfield straight ahead of us. Whoo, yeehaw! Yeah, flaps 40 is the standard for an 800, as per the Boeing manual. Whoa, we're getting thrown around here quite a bit, regardless of headwind. Whoa, yeehaw. definitely gets thrown around a lot more now. Oh. Cowboy Airways doesn't follow the rules, I guess. Okay, landing checklist. Instruction just continuous, gears down, flaps down, speed brake armed. Everything else looks good. Landing checklist complete. With such a big wind like that, I'm kind of comfortable doing. Oh, VREF plus 10? No, it's not. Now it is. Okay, we're a little bit low. Oh.
Approaching minimums.
Continue. There we go. Oh, sweaty hands. Thanks, Hillbilly. Whew, that was a bit of work, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I got the reverses, Milo. I got the reverses. Gonna have to use the wand again, Milo. Sorry, mate. Can't reach that far. I hit my desk. Just check we're alright. You there. APU. Oh, yeah, I grabbed him, alright. Yep, I got him. Actually, we'll go down to another gate here, down this way. APU start. Oh, dear. Well, I think all in all, the performance of having hyperthreading on definitely has made a difference to X-Plane. X-Plane in VR has definitely made a difference. we'll go into Echo 2, eh? Echo 2, I reckon. Bus. That's now a single switch now. It's not a two-position switch, the old taxi light now anymore. Oh, like that cart's a bit close, a bit far out. Let's just have a bit of a look at that, eh? Alrighty, there we go. Nice flight, time to go out. Thanks for the stream, mate. No, Milo, thank you for sticking with me, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And shut down. That one there. There's a 900. We can close you. Close you. Seatbelt sign off. Anti-collision off. Off. Prepare for arrival and cross-check. I don't think so. I think that time has passed. And timer. There we go. 1 hour and 16. Gate to gate. Adelaide to Melbourne. 2-minute flight leg. Alrighty, let's jump out of VR here. I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, so let's just close you off there. You back on, disable you. There we go, that's probably looking a bit better. Come out here. There we go. There's our aircraft. Oh. A bit sweaty. Definitely. I think that's probably the most I've ever had in X-Plane where I've had some gusty weather. But wow, it really feels different to gusts in prepared 3D than it does in X-Plane. Sorry, X-Plane feels very different in gusty weather compared to prepared 3D. Prepared 3D still feels like you're just pivoting around a center coming down a path, whereas this you kind of really sort of get moved around. So it's really cool from that regard. But anyway, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this stream. I will be back hopefully this afternoon with some Star Trek Bridge Crew, which I'm really excited to play in VR. But until then, guys, I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.